close. We just can't do that, right?
Oh shit! I'm free. I'm free. Is anybody there? I was about to wash my hair. It's hair wash day. Somebody say something. Am I the only? Okay, I'm testing the live stream right now. Maybe I can't do it later tonight because it's a wash day. So I took up my twisties. I was in YouTube jail and I'm busting loose. Is the lighting okay? Okay. Hey everybody, I'm so happy. I can do live videos now. Somebody asked me if I can do live videos, but I can't or I couldn't because I was in the YouTube jail. So now I'm free. My strike has been off. I made a video talking about false flags. So anytime, interestingly enough, out of all the stuff I talk about, anytime I do a video where I'm talking about false flags, that's when I get my video struck. So I don't know how long it is before I move to do another false flag video, but if my channel goes down, I'll be on BitChute, just to let you know, because I'm not going to stop talking about false flags. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on. So I can choose to give myself a little more time to, before I go off and start talking about that bullshit. It's false flag shit. Okay. I'm cursing. Kids, cover your ears. Can somebody say hi? I don't see anybody. Wait. Oh, okay. Live chat. Yay! Oh my God, I didn't see people. It was like nobody's here. Okay, hold on. Hi. Hey, no more. What's up, Monica? Your hair looks good. Thank you. But it's about to wash it, so I'm trying to do some protective styling so it can get a little longer. So I'm going to twist it up again. Operation Northwood, that's some good hair. Hello. Hey, Roger. That's just my view. Hey, nobody here. Does anybody want to ask me something while I'm live? Before I wash this fur out? Anybody? Thank you so much for being supportive. I just want to say I have the smartest, most savvy subscribers. You guys send me so much good information. Who killed Seth Rich? Hillary Clinton and her mom, probably. Trump trap, national emergency. Thoughts on Trump's moves today? I've been working my butt off. Steesley. Thoughts on Trump's move today? I'm going to go watch what happened. I don't really know what happened. I've been working. I have a job now, like a new job. I'm not really working Lyft that much anymore, but I've been working like 12-hour days, seriously. And I've been, what am I trying to say? Working 12-hour days, and I've been getting the news late. That's a lot of the videos I've been making, they've been coming out late. So what I'll do, which I'm going to do tomorrow too, I'll do like 5 videos in a row, and I'll just change my shirt and try and catch up with the stuff that I missed last week. But that's how I'm just going to have to do it right now because I need to work. Nobody's pledged that $200 million that I've been asking for, so I can do this without having to work. Hold on, let me see. I'm trying to go answer the questions. Thoughts on Trump's moves today. So I will probably make a video when I see what happened with the wall. What do you think of the MAGA kids? Oh, Bear Wilderness. Yeah, I'm really pissed about that. Especially I love kids. I used to be a teacher. Those poor little kids. I mean, that's just like the worst time too, because when you're in like high school, you're so insecure and worried about what other people think. But if you ever saw that Joy Behar video where she was like, I saw that clip recently where Whoopi was like, why do you think we keep getting it wrong? And she's like, because we're so desperate to get Trump out of office. And that's true. But they've gone mad. Yeah, but that's pathetic. But that's just, add it to the list of fake news. Like, why should we believe them? They just lie all the time. My day is good. How do they feed you in YouTube jail? They feed me all processed food, all GMOs. What do you do if you found a new? kill it, because I think those. Oh, sorry, I'm reading half. What would you do if you found a new brown recluse spider in your house? Either I would catch it and put outside or kill it, because I know that. But I don't know. Spiders eat roaches. I hate roaches more than spiders. So I just know that I think that's the one. If they bite you, it basically leaves like a hole in your leg. So it'd probably have to go. Trump play game with Nancy Pelosi. Roger Stone. Yeah, no more. I know. I might have to look into that too. It's a calculated political retreat. Trump will regroup and bring forth another plan. Trump will not abandon this fight. This is what we can hope for. How do you say very beautiful? I guess I don't know. I still have insecurities because I was really ugly when I was little. So I had like a lazy eye. I had surgery on that. I had pimples. My hair was coming out because of my medication. So now I'm loving the attention. I will gladly take it because I will gladly take the comments. You should really consider your decision regarding debating people. You did amazingly well. Oh, thank you. I thought you know about. Yeah, you know what? That's just my view. I was proud of myself. I know I'm tooting my own horn. I was really nervous, but it's kind of like a fear that I had to overcome too. When I was able to do it, it was good for me. It was kind of something I had to do for myself. But I'm tired of debating with people that don't want to listen. And I think I'm gonna aim for people that are more in the middle, that are open to hearing what I have to say. I think my energy would be better spent on that, because I just think that there's so much opposition on the pro-vax side. And people always have that point of view that I'd rather get. And if you're on that side and you're not really open to listening to people on the other side, then you already have your mind made up. So I'm more, because I have a lot of information, I'm more gonna just aim that information at people that are willing to hear it. And I'm really trying to do that in the form of short videos that I can show to people, give people information. I think I'm going to do a few more political videos, like the little mini movie that I did not too long ago. And then I have some lined up for vaccines as well. But I was watching the debate, and I was kind of boring myself, honestly. Like, I felt like I know I had a lot of information, but it was boring. It was a lot. So I just think that we've been so conditioned that I'm going to have to give people informations, like little pieces of the puzzle, and just give them the information, then let them put the puzzle together themselves, instead of just dictating and reading to them what I think, if that makes sense. People having knee-jerk reaction to Trump's move as quickly as they had with initial conviction. Trump is screwed in 2020. Oh, really? I don't know. I don't think so. Boot Noob Cake, welcome back. God bless you. We have Missy. Oh, thank you. Those kids weren't racist before. Would you blame them now? I mean, even if they were racist, they're kids. So, I mean, I don't, like, they're still teenagers. You remember when you were a teenager and the stupid shit you thought? But I know those kids weren't racist. They weren't bad kids at all. And considering how they were being treated, they actually were on their best behavior. I don't even know if I would have had that much patience. They're trying to demoralize the MAGA symbolism. Can you please come back to LA? Super fun love. I don't know, man. LA has a lot. I think LA is going to go down if they don't get their stuff together. My friends keep asking me the same thing, and I'm like, nope. I'll go visit. I heard they changed their phone number and social media lots. Yeah, they got death threats and stuff. That's terrible. And you know what? They should, if I were those kids and their parents, I would actually sue the news media for inciting violence, right? I think it's slander and inciting violence. I would do that. I didn't know you were I was in YouTube prison. I try to remain silent, because I just feel like it's nothing really special, because everybody's been in YouTube prison. If you have a dissenting opinion from the narrative. Will humans ever colonize Mars? There's some conspiracy to say that we already have colonized Mars. You should look up. I don't know if you're being like a smart ass and being funny, but if you're really into that, you can probably find some info that would lead you to some info on humans colonizing Mars. But it's not pretty. It's not like in a very liberating, inspiring way. We have to recruit those in the middle. Yeah. Tony Patriot, we have to recruit those in the middle. There's which I'm probably going to use in one of my videos in the future, but who was it? It was like the Who. They actually wrote a pamphlet. I don't know if you know if you guys know this, but they wrote a pamphlet with talking about anti-vaxxers, the anti-vax movement, and then now it's called vaccine hesitant people, and they're a big threat. And I think my video is going to come out. I've been basically making videos and then setting them to scheduling them to release. So I think the one on that I'm talking about is coming out tonight. But basically they had a graph where they had like the anti-vaxxers was like a small little circle in the middle, and then they had people in the middle, it was like a yellow line, and then they had people in the green that were like pro-vax. And basically they were talking about, if you're, basically what I just said, right? The pro-vaxxers aren't going to convert anybody like me. The hardcore pro-vaxxers aren't going to convert anybody like me, and then vice versa. So we're really fighting for those people in the middle. And it doesn't really just go for anti-vaccines and the vaccine movement or whatever. It goes for everything. And a lot of the pro-vax movement really is like a reaction to the anti-vaccine movement, because nobody was really pro-vax or anti-vax until now. People have information to actually go and research things for themselves instead of just doing what we're told. And that, just goes for a lot of things that now people are starting to do research on and figure things out for themselves. Do you think of the abortion? What do you think of the abortion bill that was passed in New York? Like I said, I'm so behind. Could somebody get me abreast on that? Is that like, is it late term abortion? If it is, it's terrible. It's terrible. I think, right, New Age Gamer, what do you think? Could you respond? Did they pass a late term abortion bill in New York? Oh, shoot. I was trying to keep up. Okay. I think Messenger from me. You should use Street Talk interviews. Gribble, dribble. Messenger. Thank you. I'm trying to sing along here live. Give me hope. Thank you. Messenger from beyond. I think so. Not in our lifetime. You should. I've done Gribble, dribble. I've done Street Talk. I've done maybe 2. I just don't have the time. I'm trying to work. This is my plan, y'all. I'm trying to work a bunch, and by the end of this year, I want to do a Kickstarter campaign so I can actually have money to do more interviews and to do more man on the street stuff, and even travel. Like I really wanted to go to Anarchapulco this year, it's this year. I have some friends that are there, and they're going to be speaking. Max Egan, I don't know if you guys know him, he's going to be speaking. Benny Wills from Joint Camp. If you guys don't know who Max Egan is, you guys should check out the Crow House. He's amazing. And Benny and from Benny Wills and Kevin Kostelnik, they're 2 good friends of mine too. They're going to be speaking at Anarchapulco. And I think Benny is. I don't know if Kevin is, but they're at Joy Camp. So if you guys like to laugh, and they're really good. Joy Camp, and then there's what's that new? It's a new one. We the Internet. Has anybody heard of We the Internet? Anybody? If you don't, go check out We the Internet. They're very they're more pro-Trump. They're actually really funny, but they make little skits, just like Joy Camp. Joy Camp, they both make skits too, and they're also doing a podcast now. But they make skits, they do podcasts, and then We the Internet does skits, and they're very they're pro-Trump. So I feel like, I don't know, I think maybe I've talked about this in my videos. A lot of the comedy is being lost on because people are so concerned about being PC, but they know what to do with it. So they're really good too. Are you single? Steve Lee. Yes, I'm single now. I wasn't before, but now I'm working on myself. I was the worst teenager ever. You were? Why? Every adult that attacked them, evil kids, don't deserve that. Yeah. They are being sued. Oh, good. Okay, the Black people were the ones being racist. Nobody's saying. Yeah, They're terrible. They're a cult. They're a cult. I have a friend who's trying to see. Well, I guess you won't know who she is, so I will tell this quick story. Her dad was actually a black Hebrew Israelites, and didn't want to live in racist America, and kidnapped her and her sister, moved to Africa, and told them that their mom was dead, and they didn't see their mom for like 11 years. That's how much of a cult the black Hebrew Israelites are. So I don't really. They're terrible people. I don't know. She still might get mad that I said that, but nobody's gonna know who she is. But when I think of the black Israelites, I think of Hebrew Israelites. I think of my friend in that situation. And it's been years later. She's still her and her family are still trying to heal from that situation. It just absolutely destroyed them. Well, they're not destroyed. They're strong people and they're working through it. But they're fucking terrible people. I agree. I heard they're planning to sue. There's a lawyer taking kids' cases for free. Pretty awesome. Jack Dorsey. Yes. Oh, hello from France. Really? Never sees that problem. People go after Christians and Catholic. If that was a Muslim, the school would have. Oh, yep, for sure, for sure. Yeah, they should. They should sue for libel. They should sue for libel. I wonder if you can also, when you sue and if you win, if you can sue and make them report their mistake on live TV, because you notice too a lot of times, even if the mainstream media, they recant or they do a retraction, they'll do it like really like late at night on a Friday night when nobody's watching, or they'll write it, if it's a written article, they'll write it way in the bottom in the small print so nobody, sees it. But this is, yeah. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, he should copyright his face. That would be funny. Stop with all the racist stuff. The aliens is coming to our country. News media and celebrities. Oh shoot, I'm trying to keep up with the. Oh my God, no. Sorry, you guys. I am trying to answer as much as I can, and okay, okay, I think I'm catching up. We should do Mr. Salmon from hired. God bless you, stay safe. Thank you. I'm just gonna say thanks for the compliments. I'm trying to the compliments. I'm gonna go past those. Muses is floating around my town. Well, I mean, if people were vaccinated, then they should be okay, right? And if measles is floating around in your town and people are vaccinated, why are the vaccinated people getting measles? You know, how is it floating around if most people are vaccinated against measles? You need to look into vaccine shedding and atypical measles, which is the name that they give to measles. In the basically it's in the vaccine insert, and one of the side effects is atypical measles, which is measles. So you can get measles from the measles vaccine, and the insert says that it sheds. And also the hospital insert papers say do not come around the hospital if you have a live virus vaccine such as the measles, and that's listed. So they know that if you get vaccinated with the measles vaccine, you can actually spread it. So if you're going to visit somebody with like cancer or HIV, or AIDS, not HIV, but AIDS, that, is immunocompromised and you've had a vaccine, you're not supposed to do that, because they know that you can be a carrier of the virus without having symptoms too. So you can appear fine, but you're still shedding it, like in your sweat, in your saliva, on your hands. Like if I'm touching my mouth now and my mouth I sneeze and there's measles, I can touch somebody and they can get measles. It can be in my stool. I'm sorry, I'm nerding out, but I'm just saying. So measles floating around my town. I just want to finish this too. Vitamin A and C, ascorbic acid, like high levels of that in vitamin A. Technically, I'm not a doctor, so I can't give you any advice, but you should look up you should look up evidence that supports what I say about vitamin A and C, and how it helps people recover from measles faster. Oh my God, thank you. I got so money. I'm still waiting for that 200 million. Okay, full-term abortion. Who is this? Is that? I can't see. Oh, thank you. That's just my view. Oh, thank you. Okay, hold on. Full-term abortion. Oh my God, what? Up to birth? Are you serious? Oh my God. Oh my God, that's terrible. That's terrible. Abortions, 9 a month. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. I didn't know that. Wow. Well, I mean, yeah, that's terrible. Wow. I'm actually a little bit speechless. I've had many friends that have had abortions. I think that we're brainwashed, especially when you get into that whole argument of, oh, it's just a bunch of cells. Um, every single women person that I know that have had an abortion, they always regret it. It always tortures them. One of my friends said she got one. She cried every day for like a year. I mean, you can't really. This is terrible, but you can't. You're not going to ever like ban abortion fully, because if people want to kill their child, they're going to kill their child. But I just think that there's not enough education on. You can't tell people to be abstinent, because we're human beings and a lot of people are going to want to do sex. But I personally, just because of some health problems, I'll probably get into in other videos that I've had with my hormones and stuff. I've pretty much learned my cycle. So there are things like the Billings method and the rhythm method. Billings method is supposedly better. That people can, if people just don't understand they don't really understand the reproductive systems and how it works. And if people understood that, they still should be able to have sex and not really worry about getting pregnant. But we're so dependent on like birth control pills and doctors telling us what to do that we don't even really know our own bodies. So, I mean, I have a really radical view on how to. Some people might think that's radical, but I mean, I was on birth control pills for like, I don't think it was on a full year, but it turned me into a crazy person. This is why no hormones are terrible. Like it turned me into one of those women's at the Women's March. I think they're all on birth control pills and they're crazy. Like that's how I was. I was like, I didn't think everything was sexist and all that stuff, but I just felt wrong and I was just very moody. And one thing that one of my friends who's a guy, he called me up and he wanted to hang out. And then he was like, I said something. He's like, "Are you on your period?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Yeah, I'll call me in a week because you're a bitch and you're on your period." And I was like, and yeah, it like that's another thing. The birth control pills. I mean, you know, I don't know. I mean, there's a whole like video I can do on the birthing industry and how women are, having babies and the abortion, the birth control pill, that all goes hand in hand. But I'm not really a fan of allopathic medicine, except when it comes to like accidents and trauma. I think they're excellent at that. But I think they're excellent at like, what am I trying to say? They're excellent, like gunshot wounds and car accidents. But these are modern inventions too, right? Back in the ancient days, they wouldn't have guns and cars, so allopathic medicine, I think, is more for modern day accidents and inventions, not for diseases and birth control and all this stuff that people have basically known how to deal with since the beginning of time, but we've just been brainwashed to be dependent on allopathic medicine and abortions and all this stuff. I cannot believe that. I'm like, dang, I'm still, wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a video on this. I didn't even know. Anytime a woman's life is in danger. Yeah, but that's really rare that a woman's life is in danger. The YouTube. YouTube was bad. Okay, Ella wants to pass a gun registration for assault weapons and access to all gun owners. Oh, yeah. And New York wants to do that too. They're so retarded. Like, don't they know oh my God. I don't know if I made a video about it. I was talking about about being able to defend myself with these kids on Lyft, and they like wrote me up. I didn't get in trouble, but you know, they were mad. How dare I say I should have a gun to protect myself? It states something like, oh my God. Yeah, Max, he's nice, dude. He's a musician too. He plays guitar. Max Egan is a beast. Yeah. He's yeah. Anyway, USA is very much in turmoil. Like, yeah, man, we gotta hold it together. If a USA falls, the plan is done. Life endangered, it's stillbirths. Hey, why don't you do Blexit tours with Brandon Tatum? I'm not really I respect what they're trying to do, but I'm not really in line with Blexit. I'm not gonna dog them though, because I think it's a good thing. But I'm not really a fan of Candace Owens and Brandon Tatum. And I mean, I think Brandon's okay. I don't have any beef with her. Him. But they're working with her. I'm not really trying to wake Black people up and stuff. I'm just trying to put the info out, and then people can do what they want. I don't really have that mentality of like, oh, like, you know, I'm like a leader trying to like, that's not what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm more of a creative. I want to do things with like, you know, making informational videos and stuff like that. I want to do like, you know, animations. So I'm more of like, think of what I want to do as more of like a teacher mindset mentality. I just want to give people info, because I think the biggest problem that I see with a lot of stuff is going on, just people aren't informed, and people are misinformed, and people are overwhelmed with all the information. So it's good that the internet is out, and you know, now we have access, we have the choice to be able to go and get this information, but it's so much. And then, you know, people are working. Like, I'm lucky. I mean, I would like kids. I don't have kids, but you know, a lot of my friends, they have kids, you know, they're working, and you know, they have a lot of, you know, it's just overwhelming for them. So I'm trying to, you know, and I've been playing around with things, but my biggest thing is I just wanted to inform people and make it like simple for them, right? Because when I taught kids too, I noticed that kids are really smart. Like, you might have to think about the words that you say when you talk to them, but you can basically explain anything to a child. They can break it down so they can understand. If they want to understand something, you have their attention, you can teach children pretty much anything. So I don't think of adults as children. Well, I kind of do. I do, but not that they're stupid. But, you know, if somebody doesn't know something, you have to break it down so they understand. So that's what I want to do. I hope that answers your question. Plus, Brandon probably doesn't like me because he knows my thoughts on Candace too. So I'm not even trying to hang with them. But I'm not trying to get with like Turning Point or any of those people too. That's not what I want to do. And I'm not really into the identity politics. Well, I don't know, maybe I'm being a little hypocrite, because I think I do a little bit on my channel. But I think they were also so brainwashed to kind of listen to people that look like us. Then I think it's important to either say something that I know other Black people might listen to me because I am Black, or B, say something that non-Blacks want to hear another Black person say, so they know they're not crazy, if that makes sense. So We the Internet is so good. Yes. WTI, We the Internet. Is that weird? MC Lanster. Yeah, We the Internet. Yes. The video stopped making me defend. Yes. Yes, that was the first one I saw. No, so if you guys haven't seen this video, you should check out if you guys are just coming on, We the Internet. And it's the skit, the skit, and check out Joy Camp too. I'm a little biased because they're my homies, but they're really good too. But We the Internet did this one called "Stop Making Me Defend Trump." Brilliant. And then they did one that I really vibed with was the one on the do you guys see the one on the pronouns where they're teaching ESL? Because I taught ESL for a while, and I joked about that. I was like, if I ever had to teach ESL, like, how would I have to do this? How would I teach them this 63 pronouns? That one had me on the floor. That was brilliant. They're brilliant. Yes, I know Lou Perez. Let me see. The executive order bit is great. I didn't see that one. I haven't seen all their stuff. They were Greg and Lou. To all these back off, Steve. Are you back? And Tom, sorry. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Steesley. Thank you, Steesley. Okay, hold on. Damn it. Okay. Darn, sorry. You know, that's a lie. They're going to full-time abortion. They can't take the baby alive. Oh, you know those sick fucks are going to, like, use it for either medical stuff or either sacrificial stuff. Same here. We have so many characters who are content creators. You just want to face cute. Thanks for, okay. Things say women's life is in danger. That's really rare, though. And even, like, I don't even know how that works, where it becomes down to the baby and the woman. And I think a lot of women would choose their child to live over the baby anyway. I mean, so far they can't do system. So far they can do open heart surgery. They can fix spinal in the womb for the baby, and they can do so much more. It's true, but I mean, still, like, if you have open heart surgery and you have heart transplant, you still have to get another heart. Like, you get a heart, like, it doesn't last. So you have to keep any organ that you get, you have to keep getting it replaced, you know? Plus there's a whole lot of what do you call it? Like, side effects that happen where, you know, people start to take on the characteristics of the people with the transplant. I had 3 great aunts. They're all dead now. They're way older than me, but they were RNs. And I would hear them talk about stuff like this. Like they just from their experience, right? Like, they were nurses for like years. I mean, they all lived up until their 80s. And at the time, I remember the conversations, but at the time I didn't care. I was like, whatever. I was into my makeup. I don't know, whatever I was into. But I remember them talking about, like, stuff like that, you know, and really, you know, organ failure and stuff. I really, like, you call me crazy, but I think it's a result of a lot of the modern medicine that we do, like, you know, vaccines or some of the what do you call it, the X-ray. I can't think of what when they see the baby, the sonograms. You know, a lot of this has an effect on the developing fetus before they're born. All the GMOs, all the other stuff, the pollution. I mean, all of it's a factor of why we're in such bad health in society. What are your thoughts on today's speech? I'm sorry, I did not see it. I'm join Blexit, you're needed. Well, I mean, I think, but see, the thing about Blexit too, I'm glad that they're doing their thing, but I also think that, like I said, I don't want to get into the identity politics thing. I don't want to get into it, because even though, I mean, to me, race is really about physicality, how I physically look, right? Like, a lot of people, I've seen people in the comments say that I'm mixed. I'm technically not, because being mixed means having one white parent or one black parent or two parents of different physically looking races. So my mom is darker than me, and my dad is about my complexion, but my dad's mom was half white. And then I have a lot of, my family's pretty mixed, though, because a lot of people have intermarried with whites or Asians or Latinos. So my family is very mixed up. But I mean, I just think that people just need to see people that they vibe with, no matter if they look black or not. There's some people that are so programmed they need to see another black person in order to feel like they need to come out. But I've already joined, really. I mean, I'm already, like, I don't feel like I need to officially join Blexit to, like, not be a Democrat anymore. I just have to be like, hey, I don't like the Democratic Party, and this is why, you know? And I don't like the fact that, you know, Candace Owens is just kind of thrown in our face as this leader that we're supposed to worship. I don't, like, she doesn't have any leadership qualities that I respect. I really don't think that she's a good person. So I've made videos on that if you want to see. And if you like her, that's fine. I'm not going to get mad at you liking her, but I'm not really digging her. She's not telling me something or teaching me something that I don't already know. So, I mean, I left the plantation even before she was who she was. So I don't really, you know, I'm, you know, but if you like her, that's cool. You know, I get it. Yeah, I'm the type that just follow politics and comment. Great job. And screw Lexit too. I can respect why people do it. Yeah, but I won't be part of it. Just be a human being. I mean, it sounds fucking cheesy, but just be people. If you just come out and talk about why you don't like the Democratic Party or why you don't like what you like, people will see. The people will see how you look, right? Like, and then they'll take that on. You don't have to be like, hey, I'm a black person, I'm a this person, I'm a that person, and I don't like, I'm walking away, but you can, but I mean, at the same time, people will get it, So, not Dalmat Kandoxone, yeah. I don't listen to people that look like me. I just listen to people who think like me or tell me the straight truth. I used to be like that, but then I realized, I think I made a video about that with Obama, and then I realized I got played, but see, that's the thing is too, I was just on the phone with April, who's the other owner of this channel, and like I said, she's not around because she's with her family and homeschooling and stuff, but she still sends me stuff. She still posts stuff on the Facebook page. We still bounce ideas back and forth, and we were just talking about like how people are controlled, in a lot of ways that people are controlled is by their ego, and how people don't want to admit, like a lot of black people are going to admit that they were wrong about Obama. Like they don't want to be wrong, And now same thing with Hillary. And as soon as Obama, like that drama was over, I was like, watch, they're going to play the women card with Hillary. And they did. But it didn't work, A, because I think they got the internet, people were able to research and see what a horrible person she was. B, a lot of people like me, there are a lot of people in my category, a lot of black people that I do know that realized they got played by the whole Obama thing, and they saw that they were just doing the same thing. Once you know the formula, you can call it out like that. So hello from Germany. Hello, I'm going to Germany in December. So Frank Meck. I'm going to Berlin. Do I have a double jointed thumb? I don't know. Does that mean anything? Is this a double jointed thumb? I don't know. Did you just want me to go like that to kill an unborn and baby? Yeah. Well, let Pink after the Bush. Oh, what? That's so evil. Oh my God. Are you serious? Lit Pink? Wow. I feel like I came into like this whole truther thing, going down the rabbit hole. Started with vaccines and the medical industry, then cancer and all this other stuff. So like the whole, like, this might be too much for you guys. So I don't know if you guys can take this, but the whole too much, the whole like satanic thing, the whole satanic. I would hear people talking about this. I was talking to April the other day, owner of the channel, other owner of the channel, and we was talking about when we first. I don't really watch I don't watch Infowars now, but when I used to watch Infowars, I would listen to Mike Adams and other people and vaccine stuff, and then 9/11 stuff. And then when he would like talk about Satanism, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna turn the channel now. Like, I can't do this. This is too much. This is ridiculous. It's too much. Now I totally believe it, especially when I went to the World Trade Center in 2006, and I saw that the place where the towers is a building called the Oculus, like the third eye. I was like, oh, come on, for real? That's too much. Really? An Oculus? I just think that there's so much symbolism that's used over and over again, and it just happens to match up with their agenda. So, there's a lot of stuff that we don't know, and I think that symbols do rule the world. Think it like gasoline. That's good. That's good. That's good. You just hate Candace. Yeah, I mean, I pretty much do. So what? If you can, if you're really mad, you can unsubscribe. If you can respect my right to not like somebody, I can respect your right to like her. But I mean, I don't know. People like lose their shit. It's like she's a cult leader or something. So yeah, I don't like her. So I like you and Candace. Oh, thank you. And I respect your right to like her. Candace is an excellent leader. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I don't think she's a leader. I think she has a good PR team that tells her what to say. So I don't really. You want her to be your leader? She can lead you. I ain't joining the cult of Candace Owens, okay? We are anonymous. We shut down the government. We're covering. Your race is human. Your ethnicity is Black Americans. Well, okay. I mean, one cool dude. So this is what I think. Race is based on your physicality, how you physically look, right? I have really tightly curled, kinky hair. I have a wide nose. I have big lips. I have like brown skin. So those are the characteristics of being of the Negroid race, right? So supposedly there's like the Negroid, the Caucasoid, and the Mongoloid. So Caucasoid's Asian, and then Caucasoid is Mongoloid's Asian, Caucasoid's white. So then all these so they've mixed together in different ratios to perform like sub races, and then ethnic groups make up races, right? So or can make up races. So like if Africa, there are many different countries, or many different types of looking Black people. Like there are people with smaller feet. Like Ethiopians have really thin noses like white people, but they have big eyes, and they have like but they have kinky hair, or some has kind of straight hair. And then you have people that are darker or lighter and stuff like that. And you have people from Mongolia and Zimbabwe and South Africa that are Black, that make up the Black race. And you have Europe, you have Irish people, and you have people from Romania, and you have people from England, and they all have different features, but they kind of make up that white race. And then you have Koreans and Chinese people, and you have all these other people, and all these other ethnic groups or nationalities with different languages and cultures. They make up like the Asian race. And then Mexicans aren't really a race, but they're culture, but they're really a mixture of like Native Americans or indigenous. Oh, I think there is one more main race that I left out. That's kind of like the indigenous Indian people. I don't know what that's called though. I think later it's been discovered that they've considered that a race too. And anyway, so basically they're a mix of, but Mexicans and people in South America, they're a mix of a lot of stuff. They have a lot of Asians, and they have European mixed with some of the indigenous, some of them mixed with Africans, some mixed with Asians. So it's very interesting. Anonymous and Radiohead, no surprises. Race is a troll, though. I like the way you both kind say. Thank you. What state do you live in? I live in Texas. Texas is the home of the brave and the strong. Gun hole. How dare you say that? Obama is beta. He is beta. The entire Democrat Party is a ripoff. Be careful in Germany. Why? Oh, well, I think all the drama is in southern Germany. So Obama black-eyed by the same white people. Yep, for Hillary's race. Did you put Velcro on the ceiling? Did you two put... Oh my God! Okay, I don't have afros growing on my nipples, but that would be funny if I was in YouTube jail and they stuck Velcro on the ceiling and like hung me by my hair. I feel like tonight was Trump's read my lips, no new taxes moment. Oh no. Oh my God, I have a lot to catch up on. Democrats versus Republican, left versus right, liberals versus conservative. It is forced by the Zionists to keep attention away from the vision of Middle East. I mean, I think that's partly true, but I just really think that I think that Trump is different. I mean, I still believe in the left-right paradigm, so I'm not going to just run to anything or just because it's Republican. I think but I think this whole situation is different with Trump because in my lifetime, he's the first president that I've seen that actually is fighting for stuff that the people have asked for. He's actually fulfilling his promises, one. And two, people are just losing their minds over him. It's like, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. So it's like, if you guys remember, like back in the 90s or whatever, Trump like went to all these award shows and he was hanging out with all these rappers and he Miss America and he was going to all the parties and all these, or, people would stay at his casinos, like Hollywood all knew him and they loved him. And I just found a video, which I snatched that off ASAP because I know somebody, if it gets notoriety, somebody's probably going to rip that down. But it was basically somebody took a compilation of Trump and all of his appearances that he did on like sitcoms and movies and stuff. And when, he came in on the sitcom, people were, when somebody comes in on a sitcom and audience claps, they'd be like, yay, they loved him. But now that he's president, he's like a racist white Hitler. Like, get out of here. Like, something is up. It's anyway. But okay, April the other day, hey, that rhymes. And I'm simple okay with it. A lot of satanists that we are in spiritual. Yeah, I think it is a spiritual or psychological war, whatever you want to say, or both. The most blatant government funding cut. I like the fucking Q-tards. Like the fucking Q-tards. I haven't looked into QAnon. I'm just, at this point, I just realized there's a lot of stuff that I don't know. I can't really comment on it because I just haven't, I haven't looked into QAnon. But maybe they know something I don't. I can't, I really have to be, if I haven't looked into something, I have to be honest about that and not judge, because I never thought I believe a lot of the stuff that I do now. That is the world of politics. Okay, great. Berlin's a nice place. Hope you have a lot of fun going for work or private. Give me a call. We have more friendly reason. Great Berlin. I'm going to Berlin. My mom wanted to go, so she wanted to pick somewhere to go, and she chose. I wanted to go to Africa or either South America because I've been to Europe before. I'm trying to do all the 7 continents before I die. But I mean, I'll go anywhere. I wanted to go to Germany, so I'll go just about anywhere except places where the government tells me like it's dangerous. I'm not going to be like those couples and be like, I'm going to a dangerous place to show that love exists and evil doesn't. Like, no, I'm not that dumb. But I stopped like Candace after her debate versus Blair White. Yeah, I stopped liking her after she went on like 4 people's shows that I respect and lied to their face and said that her website wasn't functioning, and it was. And there were people that showed videos that she had information of like, thousands of people on her website, and people were so enamored with her, they just refused to even look at the information. So, I don't like liars. It would be different if she did it and then she was just like, she honestly was sorry and she was sincere and she apologized and she really tried to turn over new leaf. But, she didn't. She doubled down. The thing is too, people like to hate on Tree of Logic, but, Tree of Logic was a cop, which I respect, first of all. And, when you're a cop and you put people away, most people that are killing people, they're sociopathic, they're psychopaths. So they're not, it depends on why. Okay. It depends on why you shoot the person. But most of those people, I shouldn't say most, I'll just say some people, because I don't really know the percentage, they're not thinking about turning over new leaf. They're thinking about getting payback for the people that put them away. And they go after the victims' families that ratted on them, and they go after the cops that put them in jail. They arrested them. So I even had, a family member that had, she had a stalker. Her husband was like, start stalking her, I guess, after they broke up, shot her in the face, and then, got put away, came back out, shot her sister in the stomach. And they both are fine, actually. So, not to freak you guys out, they both survived. They both are fine. And this happened when I was a baby. So this is, I'm getting like, from people say, but so basically I'm going on a tangent, but she, Candace she has a video showing that Candace had her personal information. Like she doesn't say her name for a reason. There's some people that don't want to use their real names on their channels for a reason. And she's coming out talking about, she's the one talking about it. She's like, hey, Candace, I really appreciate if you take my personal information, like my address and where I live, off of your site. Candace blocked her. She has screenshots of her asking her to interview, asking her this. She has emails. So she tried, right? Candace blocked her, basically went on public and called her like a crackhead. And she doesn't do any drugs. She doesn't drink. She doesn't do drugs or anything. So, this is personal for Tree of Logic, and I understand if anybody should be mad at Candace, it should be her. But if you were to turn over, and by the way, like she lied about her website being up, and she lied about that she took it down after people saw that it was functioning because she had people's information without their permission. She was forced to take it down. She didn't take it down out of the kindness of her heart. So if you're still, willing to overlook that, you should, that's, to me, that's sociopathic behavior, right? You should at least, even I had an interview where I interviewed somebody and he was afraid that somebody was going to find out, and I had to take it down for a while. I had to honor, that's what you do. You honor somebody's wishes. She didn't do that. And Kanye West doesn't even like her because she lied on him. Tommy Lauren doesn't like her. Ben Shapiro doesn't like her. Like, she's burning her bridges with a lot of people. And I know people that have personally had run-ins with her or have worked with her that don't like her. So, I mean, but like I said, if you want to like her, that's fine. But I also I feel like she's being pushed in my face. It's like, here, black people, here's a black person. You should like her. You should all get along. No, we're people, right? And if that's the case, we'll tell Milo that he can't fight with Ben Shapiro because all Jewish people need to get along. Okay? So I'm a person just like anybody else. I have the right to like and not like who I want to. So, and then, her getting on and talking about, the pharmaceutical industry and how they're bad. But while she's writing articles, she wrote an article you can probably find talking about how to get Adderall easily. So, for those of you who have kids and don't want your kids getting into drugs, I don't know if you would call somebody a leader that's telling your children how to obtain Adderall. I'm just saying. So I feel like I have a really very, very, I have a good reason for not liking her, but I'm expected to like her because we both have brown skin. So it's kind of like annoying, and people ask me all the time. So I know that their intentions are good. Like, I'm not mad, but I want to explain this to people and why. I want to give a thorough explanation. Now you can be like, oh, you're just jealous, whatever, dude. I'm like, okay, fine. Even though I just gave you a really thorough explanation, I think that's a good reason to not to like anybody. And, the thing that really ticks me off is if she was a liberal, then people would, it's a huge double standard. If she wasn't conservative, then people would not have, she wouldn't been able to let all the horrible things that she's done slide. So anyway, you said severe hurtful truths. Oh, I didn't mean to hurt anybody. Damn. Okay. Thank you, Nancy. Oh, PJ. Nancy Pants. I think Nancy Pants. Who is Nathan Phillips? I don't even know. Did you like the Garbage Pail Kids? I did like the Garbage Pail Kids, but my mom would not let me own Garbage Pail Kids. My parents are really strict. It's a wonder that I'm not like a stripping crack whore, because my parents, I wasn't allowed now, and they kind of lighten up a little bit. I wasn't allowed to watch The Simpsons. This is why, like, when I get on and I'm cursing, I love it. But, because I've been like kept away from all that like naughty stuff for so long, but I did like the Garbage Pail Kids. And I had an allergist because I had really bad allergies when I was a kid. I had a pediatrician and had like an allergist, and he loved Garbage Pail Kids, and he had them all over his office. And my mom was just like, "Oh, those are just so gross." But I fucking love the Garbage Pail Kids. When people don't expect Ice Wallow to come. Let me see. You live in a children's research Germany. Bad people will throw a fit when they don't get what they want. You have long hair, geek guys, spring stuff. Sorry. Yes, be careful in Germany. I will. Seth MacFarlane hosts it, Trump roast. But I also think that, because I pursued acting for a while, and I still love it as an art form. I just think it's been just violently corrupted. And I still have friends that are in the industry pursuing it, they're working in some aspect of it. But you sacrifice so much of your life, to be in this industry. Had thousands of dollars of headshots and acting lessons and sacrificing your time, and just, it takes over so much of your being. And that's why one of the reasons I walked away, because I was just like, I don't Like, I need to live life. I want to go. I want to travel. I want to do all these things. But you can't really do that if you're waiting for your big break in LA. You have to wait and be stuck in LA. And once you make it, a lot of people also, I think, maybe they're not necessarily in the satanic ring, but I think that they've just sacrificed so much, and they've been in it so long that they don't really know what else to do because they don't have any other skills. So they're kind of like hooked that way too. Because it's like, once you're successful, if you've been acting for like 40 years and you don't know how to do anything else, like, how are you going to survive? If if the entertainment industry is all you know, how are you going to survive? So you might go along with the Trump roast, even if you don't you agree with it. You might just do it for show, just to keep within the the club. Trump can only act through agents. This year got well for the Trump spa. Now in the Democratic list. Where's your faith? Do you follow faith? I don't regularly go to church. I do pray. I believe in God. I'm technically Christian Catholic, and I have a lot of Catholic guilt. Roman Catholic. That's for New Age Gamer. Melissa Davis. Research is not just the same as the live view. Trust me. How old are you? How old am I? Does anybody remember? I said that I wasn't going to tell anybody anymore after this year because nobody believes me. I'm older than I look. I'll just say that. If you could find in one of my videos, I'm not going to take it down. I don't remember which video I said it in, but I said 2019 is the year I'm not going to tell anybody my age, because I guess ageism does exist. And when people find out how old you are, especially for a woman, they look at you weird. So I'll let you guess. You guys can make up an age and you can tell me. Believe it, God want you to be happy. Yeah, exactly. When people don't expect ice wallet, what is that? I don't understand. Okay. Don't be sad. Calm down. All the best for you. Thank you. Trump is just like Obama. Big things. Especially by people better than Oprah. Hi, I'm caller. What you were saying is really insightful and interesting. Nat News Ireland. Hey, Nat. Do you have a channel? Nat News Ireland. My grandmother's half Irish, so I'm a little Irish. My grandmother's half Irish, so I got. My grandmother was a ginger. She was a ginger with this texture hair. My dad's mom, so I'm part Irish technically. I don't know where to begin to find my Irish bloodline or African bloodline. I don't really know. Anyway, I want to go to Ireland. I heard it's beautiful. The people are down to earth. I had a friend. I don't know if he's big in Ireland. His name is Cale Baxley. Amazing, like blues, like rock blues musician. You can find him on Pandora, and he recorded his first album in I think partly in Ireland and maybe a little bit after Ireland, but he got inspired while he was in Ireland. And I like Irish people. They're very blunt, like black people. They're very just no bullshit. So PJ couldn't look better after he did this. You're correct. It didn't look bad after he did this. It came from him, not the leftmost. Oh my God, now I need to know what's going on. I respect Tantu exhibit. She's always run me the wrong way. You can never get on the bandwagon. Yeah, I mean, I try not to do that with everybody. Even Trump, I don't want to get to the point where I'm like, everybody has blind spots, right? Like, and I know I still have some, I try and be aware of mine, but I can see if she wasn't a liar and did the things that she did, I understand. She's pretty. She is intelligent. She's charismatic. So I understand why people like her. But I don't understand how people can understand that she did the things that she did and still like her, if that makes sense. Okay, who? Candace also stole what? I'm gonna read let me see. I think I can get through all these questions. Hold on. You're 38. Let me see. Maybe. Hot. 41? Old enough. 42? I'm guess 30 because I'm 38. 41, same age as me. Haha. I'm going to tell people I'm 30. I'm going to tell people I'm 27. Maybe. If my friend Tamika was here, she'd be like, bitch, you ain't no 27. What is your view on the abortion laws? Maybe that's just my view. I'm doing this channel and I also want to do music, and I would like to do it without Hollywood. So if you guys, those of you who will be interested, I'll let you know in the future. But I maybe think if I do that, it's not best to let people know my age, which is sad because I am very, very grateful to live this long, but it's also it is very discriminatory with women. I don't want to lie about it. I'm just not gonna really throw it out there. 91 Abraham funeral of them. What do you think of the flat Earth theory? Let me see. What do you think of flat Earth theory? I think it's possible because I haven't looked in. That's something I haven't looked into too. I really try and focus on stuff that I can prove easily, because even the stuff that you can prove easily, people don't want to see it. I mean, like, I don't have a spaceship either way to tell whether that's true or not. But I mean, we could be living in a simulation. The Earth could be flat. I don't think it's flat, right? The theory is like, it's like this. It's not a sphere, basically. It's not really flat like a piece of paper, but it's like a sphere. It's like half a sphere or something. And then I saw a diagram. I don't know if this is right, if you guys are flat earthers, but it's like, it goes like this, and then there's like, it goes down, and then there's like inner Earth. There's so much we've been lied to about. You know, we have, our society is built on trusting people that have told us, that have learned from somebody that learns from somebody. So yeah, anything's possible. I'm just at the point where I don't, I try not to make fun of people or diss people if I haven't looked into something, or spend a lot of time on it, because I know how I feel when people do that to me. And like I said, a lot of the stuff that I believe now, I thought I would never be anti-vaccine, or never like think that the government would be against us. I never thought I'd be on this side of things. So I don't know, and it is hard because it's so far-fetched. I'm not saying it's impossible, but so far-fetched though too. A lot of people say that the flat earthers and are people that are thrown in to like cause division in the truth movement, and because it makes people sound crazy. But only thing I would say about that is, we know the government lies. We know that NASA lies. We know I don't even know about the whole moon landing stuff, but I know that it's like, why won't Neil Armstrong do interviews? Why did they just lose the tapes? I don't know. There are a lot of holes. There's so many holes in a lot of the official stories that we're told. So, yeah, I mean, anything's possible. I don't really feel it's worth my time to go down that route, because I don't really know what I would try to prove except the government lies, which I already know. But again, I know people that I respect that are, that have gone and researched that. So I'm not going to dog anybody and say that they're stupid, or I don't know. It's possible. Anything's possible. You're trying to get me to say my age. I'm not 35. I'm 20. I'm 27. Okay. I'm here looking for an interview. Nats News Island. Okay. Go to Facebook. Sorry. Truth or Talk. And mentions me your info there, and I'll contact you. Okay. Hello from Russia. Hey, Russia. We love. Well, I can't really speak it. I want to go to Russia too. I want to go everywhere. Hey, are you 20 something? You're 20 something. That's my story. I'm sick. I love you, Otis Cat. Thank you. A working class hero is something to be. Yes, John Lennon. Oh no, a Russian. Trump sure knows how to sell snake oil. I believe NERF is the launching pad for these radical policies. Abortion. Hey, Russia, how's it going? I'm trying to get through all these. Hold on before I leave. Oh no! Don't tell him the video. Hey, okay, so you guys know if you guys know my real age, if people assume that I'm 20 when I'm like doing my creative stuff, my music stuff, you guys have to keep the secret. You probably know, you can probably guess because I make a lot of 80s references to some stuff. So she's not black, she's Caribbean. Well, I mean, but you're, like I said, you can be black and Caribbean. She's not maybe like African American or whatever. I don't know. Okay. I'm 27. Shut up. What do you use on your hair? You want to know? I just tried this stuff which is really good. Is Carmen Rose. I got it from Target. It's anti. No, I'm sorry, it's almond twisting butter when I do my twist, and then I use what is that stuff? That soap. Dr. Bronner's for shampoo. And then I use Desert Essence. maybe you're just joking. I don't know. Do Desert Essence cooking. I have to use a lot of moisturizing stuff, but I use Dr. Bronner's. I'm real sensitive to a lot of stuff, so I usually use a lot of natural products. The flat earth theory is a fortune. Never ask women. Yeah, never ask women your age. Jake Tapper's right this time. What can you prove easily? Filament like the Bible. Why do you think these parents are putting their kids on hormone blockers? They should know better. I don't know like one incident of somebody that knows somebody that's doing that. But a lot of these are these celebrity people. I don't know. I think a lot of parents are just scared and immature. You know, they hear their kids say stuff like, "Oh, if I don't turn into a boy, I'm gonna kill myself. If I turn into a girl, I'm gonna kill myself." I don't know. They're scared and they're just miseducated. You know, they're insane. They're probably on like depressants and stuff themselves. Their minds are probably warped themselves. Dribble. What type style music do you perform? Can you give us a sample now? Here, I'll give you my website. And I have 3 of my singles, but I've written so much stuff since then. RSTYNE. There you go. Will my balls fit in your mouth? Damn, that's gross, dude. How you feel about the moon landing? I know there are holes in it, and I followed David Icke for a while, but that's one lecture I just haven't watched it yet. I think a lot of his stuff is pretty solid, though. People think he's too wacky. He's too wacky for most truthers, but I like David Icke. I think he's real. He's real thorough, and he's no nonsense. And it's interesting to see him change from when he was a younger person to how he is now. I couldn't debate on the moon landing because I just know that like those 2 things I mentioned, and I know it's possible. I don't have any like faith in the government. So it's like, that's the thing too, with all the false flags. It's like once you find out they lied to you about something, then you start questioning everything else that you've been told. So, yes, glyphosate. Yes, BPA, bisphenol A, is also glyphosate. For those who are up to date to move criminal liability. What? Are you serious? Damn. Okay. Thank you, Frank. Wow. Thank you, Neil. Washington's the trick is to be free thinker. Somebody small Jim Platt. Are you getting along with your brother now? Better than you? No, I'm not. It's actually gotten worse. Thank you, though. It's sad. My brother's in my heart, but I also I just can't deal with him anymore. I mean, I'll talk to him if I have to, but we're not. I feel like I love him, always be my brother, but we're not friends anymore. So he's destroyed our friendship. Okay, they put them on hormone blockers before they change of sex. Yeah, but okay, we say. Okay, not to like Candace and basically let to eat our own and end up further fraction than we already recognize their philosophy. Yeah, this is the thing too. You got to call out people on their, on your own side, because you end up like the Democratic Party, right? All the people that are doing things on the Democratic side that are terrible, but nobody calls them out. And look where they are now. Now they're infested. You know. Yeah, I mean, so this is an official truther channel, like 9/11 truther. Yeah, I mean, to me, it's a truther that is somebody in search for the truth, or that's the opposite of a liar. So, um, we talk about the age. I don't know. Rising bitch. Okay, there were both holes in it. How they land? There are holes in it. What do you think about Desmond in the music? I don't know. Oh, unless this is the kid that's like, this is the Desmond the Amazing. Is this a kid that is his parents are letting him change his sex? That's terrible. I think this is right. Doesn't, because what they don't tell you too is those hormone blockers, they won't allow your genitals to progress with you as you physically age. So he'll be like a grown man with small genitals. So, and then he won't even be able to have the operation because you have to have a certain size because they invert your genitals. Plus, I had a friend who's amazing person, wonderful person, who she had a sex change when she was 16. Her mom took her down to Mexico to do it. And I've never heard her say that she regretted the sex change. I don't know, but last time I saw her, it was really heartbreaking because she's now schizophrenic and just kind of like not in her right mind. And I really believe it was the hormones that did that to her. So, they don't talk about the long-term effects of all that stuff. And, I supported her because she was my friend, and, it was a guy, but now she's a she. And I mean, that's as far as I'll go as far as the pronouns to y'all. I'll say he or she if you change them, and I'm not going to do the Z's or zong zings, all that stuff. Do you smoke weed? Yeah, I'm from California. Hello. Yeah, but not as much now, but just because I have to work so much. And I really like to get high off endorphins. And the weed in Texas isn't so good. And I have to search for it. And it was just easier to get in LA. You had different types. But yeah, I do smoke weed. I just don't smoke it a lot. I haven't smoked weed probably in like 3-4 months. But I am exercising and stuff like that. I really, and it's weird. It's like I can't exercise and then smoke weed. It messes us up. But if I smoke weed, I don't want to exercise. So, okay. Democratic Party. Okay, don't be stupid. Do you think 9/11 was an inside job? Yeah. And if you go outside of the country, most people do too. Like they laugh at us and think that we're stupid. That think that like it wasn't an inside job. But yeah, I definitely think. I mean, passports just showing up, like really, like 2 buildings burned to the ground, and there's magic passports like in perfect condition that you just happen to find in the rubble. That's so retarded. Anyway, I mean, there's a lot of holes in that story too. Oh, okay. He's the one being hyper abused by his parents to hypersexual activity. I know about that. That's terrible. Wow, it really is like we're really going through. People say it's end times, but I think it's more of like a revolution. I think this is our last chance. We're kind of on the edge right now. With the crazy days, night shit supposed to soon. Did you just release a new video while you were live? Wait. Oh yes, I have 2. I'm in 2 realities. No, what I said, Tony Patriot. What I've been doing is because I work. And I got off a little early today, but I'm working my butt off. And I'll shoot 5 videos in a row on like a Saturday, and I'll change my shirt. and then I'll schedule them for the week. So that's why some of the stuff I'm late on. What you was locked up? Schizophrenic ain't something you acquire. It's genetic. It's not genetic. Well, okay, it can be genetic. I think this is from my research and stuff. It can be genetic, but a lot of times genes have to be activated. So then that's when you get into the science of epigenetics, and that's when certain things that you do can trigger your genetics, such as hormone blockers. There's even research I've come across that has a link with gluten and schizophrenia. If you're interested, you look into that. So if you have schizophrenia in your family, there could be certain things that you can do to quell yourself from getting schizophrenia, or there's certain things that you can do that can trigger your schizophrenia. Trauma can also trigger schizophrenia too. So it doesn't necessarily have to be genetic, according to my research. So, but even that small, like, experience I had being on birth control, where I was on hormones. Hormones can make you go fucking crazy. Okay? Make you go crazy. Whether it's hormone blockers or, fucking with messing with your hormones is not a good thing. It's fun to get you too bad. I know, I feel like a pimp. I feel like I'm hardened, like social, media criminal now. This is my second, no, actually it's my third strike. I just haven't been, I don't think I had as many subscribers, and I wasn't as out about it. What's up? We doesn't kill anyone. Nice little bouncer. Would you move back to LA? If somebody sends me $200 million, I will move back, but I will probably have a house between here and Texas. So what language do you speak? I speak Spanish, and I speak some Mandarin, but my tones are like, depending on who I'm talking to. I lived in Taiwan for 2 years, and my tones, the accents is a little different than Beijing. So when I speak to people from Beijing, they're like, your tones are wrong. And then when I, speak to my Taiwanese friends, they're like, oh, you're getting better. But I'm really focusing on those two. In fact, I'm working on something Chinese, maybe in a few months with my friends. I do language exchange once a week with her. So, yes. I've been banned by Facebook, Warren. When was the last song you listened to by Bob Marley? That's how I calculate my age. Smoke more weed. I do, but I don't inhale. I also have asthma, so I can't just be like smoking weed. I actually have a pack, so I don't. I'm trying to be more responsible with my health. I have really bad allergies. I have asthma. I have endometriosis. I have all these like autoimmune stuff going on. So I really am more conscious now about, if I smoke weed, I'm going to use a PAX. If I, I'm going to eat certain foods and not eat certain foods. So. You was locked up for what? You was locked up for what? What was I locked up for? It was I think the one that I did on talking about it was something I was talking about false flags in 1984. I got a strike when I talked about the the Florida shooting too, because I was talking about all the holes in that and how people were, how we're just supposed to. And to me, that's also scary that Alex Jones is in court for the Sandy Hook thing, because if you look at Sandy Hook, like there were so many holes in that story. He wasn't responsible for people that were freaky going and threatening those kids' parents. If those were the kids' parents, like, that's really fishy. And it's like they're trying to use him to make an example of people that talk about this stuff, because he must be really onto something if they're taking him to court. And as much as we know the media lies, like one thing I knew, two things, right? I had friends that really went down that rabbit hole, the Sandy Hook rabbit hole. I didn't go that far down, but two things I know as a person that worked with special ed kids and worked with low-level special ed kids, as his dad said, described him as being like lower He wasn't, anyway, they have bad motor skills. They wouldn't plan anything like that. They wouldn't be able to plan anything like that. And the sound, the noise would like bother them with the gunshots. There was no video like Columbine. There were cameras and stuff in the school. There was no video to show what happened. So basically we have that one picture of the kids, and we're just like the 4 kids in the line, and we're just being told to believe the story that they made up for us to believe. And yet if you ask simple questions, people flip out and lose their mind and be like, oh, how can you say that, blah blah blah. Not saying that nothing happened. Something maybe did happen, but I don't believe what they said it happened. Oh, my favorite stalker, Terry Jordan. You're such a fucking loser. Do you just Twitter like, oh no, she has a new video. I can't wait to tell her what a sunken place she is. You don't have anything better to do. Okay. There was, and then thanks, Terry. I know I need to start wrapping up. I'm just trying to get through everybody's videos. I know it's really intense. I don't know. I guess trolls keep you strong. Because I have so many other people saying nice things about you. But I'm just like, really, dude? You don't have anything better to do? Even people's channels I don't like, I'm not on their channel all the time. Like, I might make one comment and just bounce and just not watch their channel. No, it is really intense. There's so much we can self-control, but it's running out of time. I hope so. What do you guys, I know I have people that are like very Christian, some, watch the channel. I'm curious about this because one of my friends who's also very Christian, she was talking about like how people are like, oh, this is like the end times, but everything's going to go and burn up, and the world's going to be destroyed. But her church, they look at it as this is like kind of like a chance to turn things around. Because I'm just like, well, if everything's gonna be destroyed, then what are we doing? Why am I making videos? Why don't I just live my life and I don't know. Why are we even trying? Facebook and so I don't know what your thoughts are off of that. But Poison for Society, I've deleted all of it. Still need my YouTube, but I'm a version. Yeah. But are you 9? Any of you? I don't understand. You changed your shirt 5 times. Yeah, I have like 20 tank tops in my closet. I just pull out 5. Those blessed shirts are awful. They look like baby clothes. Like I'm not, I'm learning how to get better with color and design, but I know like the color scheme was awful. That's why Kanye was like, no, I didn't design those. And when she was like, oh, these are the black shirts, I was like, Kanye like approved those? Because I know he has better fashion sense than that. Anyway. Brazil, how are you? I'm fine. How are you? I just seen Company today. Oh, yes. Okay, so somebody said they seen Company today in Houston, Texas. While they're in Houston, call Ambrosia, and they're taking young blood transfusion to make you look younger. What are my thoughts on that? Yeah, it actually was a start. I don't know if this is the same. I think this might be the same company that started as a startup in Silicon Valley. And before that, they were working on mice, and I read the study where they actually tried it in mice, and it worked. It made they used old mice and used the blood of young mice and infused them. But this kind of goes back to the whole like theory about if you really get deep, you guys should watch Jay Dyer and Jay. There's Jay Dyer and then there's Jay Myers. Jay Myers does really good like little mini documentaries on MK Ultra and Satanism and all that stuff. That's kind of his focus. And Jay Meyer, he does more interviews and talks about stuff and books and stuff. But so this is Jay Dyer, Jay Myers. But anyway, my thoughts on that is that this is why, if you go all the way down to the bottom, pretty much of the rabbit hole, it leads to Satanism. And you talk about the people that are like doing the blood transfusions, and I mean the blood. So a lot of people. This is hearsay, of course, right? I've never seen this. I can't say this with any conviction. But the reason why they sacrifice people is to drink their blood, and they say the blood keeps them young, and they feed off of that. So, I mean, that's gross. I wouldn't do that. There may have been a time where I would have donated my blood, but I wouldn't do that now either. It's freaky, you know. Buenas, buenas, señorita, eres muy especial, inteligente, inteligente y inteligente. Gracias, gracias. Me encanta. Enlightened, awake. RS, or I speak English and Japanese. Is the kanji the same? Kanji, from what I understand, the kanji and the Chinese characters, they have the same meanings, but they're pronounced completely different. But on YouTube, can you control what you watch? But I know how you feel. The YouTube's only social media. The Clinton excuse. ¿Usted habla español? Sí, pero necesito un momento para mi cerebro cambiar. Cuando hablo español, hablo inglés, toma un momento más o menos para pensando en un otro idioma. ¿Entiendes? I don't know. Okay. Do you smoke weed, vape it, or eat it if you worry about your health? Yeah, but if you eat it, you got to really watch. It's almost like having a mushroom high, because I'm real sensitive too. So I can't, like, if I have like a brownie, I'll be high for like 2 days. Every day of Asian guy before. No. Well, my prom date was Asian. And I saw some hot Asian guys when I was in Taiwan, but I didn't know the language, so I couldn't really communicate with them. So, you ever dated an Asian guy before? I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, not really. Like, I've never had like an Asian boyfriend. I've seen some hot Asian guys. And like I said, my high school prom date was Asian. He was Filipino. Where's a Jewish girl when you need her? Shana. They say that's why they're doing. I can't believe that. They lock for talking. That's crazy. I know, right? No more free speech. Had a great time here with you. Thanks. Okay. Adam Hunt in the showers. The lover sensitive about the poops. Deutsch. I don't know what that means. Or should we just smoke bong loads and build up your tolerance? You're a weed advocate. Yeah, but I think drugs should be done in moderation and respect. And you also have to know there's some people that, they shouldn't do certain drugs. I just, plus it's money. It costs money. Like, I'm trying to save money. I'm trying to, fund stuff for this channel, trying to fund stuff for my music. I'm trying to figure out where I can cut costs as much as I can. But I do love weed. I know Info has a lot of natural stuff that's good. I got Japanese, ashwagandha, that's good. Licorice. Awfully cold in here. Mention Hog. Yeah, that's when everybody was flipping off of David Hogg. I thought it was many have great. Yes, I'm Christian. The reason we keep trying is to help others get awake. Okay. It was the queen who killed her. Yes, there was. Was that? Who was that? I want to say it was Queen Elizabeth. I don't think so, though. Yes, there was a queen who killed young virgins for blood to make. Yes, that's right. And I forgot what queen it was. Yes, these witchy do practices and they use demonic possession. I've looked a little bit into that, but being Catholic, Catholics, they believe in that and stuff. And I was demonic possession. I think, just knowing people that have been addicted to drugs, that's damn near being possessed, like being possessed by a demon. But China is a dangerous space. Harry Chu, are you from China? Are you Chinese? And I'm not being like, are you from China? How would you know? But I want to know. I wanted to actually interview somebody from China, but that was Chinese. I interviewed 2 people that lived in China. My best friend, I have an interview with him. One of my best friends, he's Afro-Latin, so he's big old Afro like me. And he lived in China for 2 years. he had a good time. He has his thoughts and stuff. I don't remember if we talked about that much in the interview, but um, it depends on where you go. I've been to Hong Kong. I haven't been to mainland China. It gets them high. Okay. I think that is so they can use these health. Yes, I think so too. Oh, they're so evil. Yeah, I began to walk away from when they push for transgender bathrooms in young. Yeah, you know what's weird about the transgender bathrooms? There's so many issues in the gay community that they could be focused on, like gay teens and like the HIV stuff, but they're like worried about bathrooms. Plus, I went to Starbucks and they're like, it's gender neutral bathrooms, but it's just like one bathroom. I'm like, why don't you just put restroom on each doors and then anybody can go and use? It's so ridiculous. Oh, Beth, if you want to run and grow, you stay from drugs and alcohol. I believe that to a certain degree. I think certain drugs have certain spirits. So some drugs are safer than others, but I can see that. I think it does open a gateway. I don't think you sound like a horror movie. I really do believe it opens a gateway, but I have known people that have cured their PTSD by ayahuasca, but you have to use it like very responsibly. Like you can't do ayahuasca and like go to the club. You have to use it in a setting where and maybe it just depends on the person. I saw this diagram and I haven't been able to find it since, but they were talking about like when you like say like everybody has like this like an aura, not like an aura, but like a field around them, like an invisible field. And when you do like drugs or alcohol, it like diminishes like your field, and it shows like demons and other spirits being able to like penetrate into your spiritual body. It was interesting. It was really good. It was a blog I found and I lost it. I can't remember. My great grandfather came here in the 80s. I think so. Do you? Yeah, I think it is now. I don't know if it was always is I think she has demand. Do you? I do, but I think that I don't know if it's always been like that. I think a lot of organizations start off with good intentions and then they're like infiltrated. Okay. I was also queen. May I have a wrench? Which network do you check the most? Okay, I think I'm almost at the end of the questions. I need to start wrapping it up. Which network do you check the most? Probably CNN, just to see how much they're lying, in MSNBC. But I don't have a TV, so yeah, I believe it. Janine Troy. The abortions are sacrifices for them. This new bill allows them to get the abortion in more places by more non-doctor. It would make it possible to get an abortion by, I do not, I mean, wow. Wow. Yeah, I believe it. And a year ago, I wouldn't have believed you. I don't think I would have thought you were crazy. Like I said, I try and stand that place where I'm like, I don't know everything. Maybe you're right. But now I'm just like, these people, like, there's something, especially since this election, I feel like they're compromised in some way, like they're hiding something. I have a friend that's a fighter, and he was saying, like, the way a lot of these people are acting about Trump, too, they're acting like they're fighting, like they're compromised, like somebody has something on them. Okay. What goes into a man's mouth makes him unclean. The biggest argument. That's blood count. That's blood counts from it. They always protect evil. Maybe a few Catholics believe in demons, and I'm with someone said. Do you draw often? Do I? No, I don't. So until If you want to message me, you should message me on Facebook. I don't really, April posts more on Facebook than I do. I'm more during YouTube. And then, but we both check the messages, or if I don't check the messages, April, if she checks them, she'll let me know that somebody messaged me. So, oh, when I say network, I mean like social websites. Oh, probably Facebook and YouTube. It's so overwhelming for me. I'm not really on Instagram. We're on Twitter. April has shared some of the videos I do on Twitter. So, but I don't really check Twitter. Yeah, you want to hear an interesting story? Enlightened and awake. I evolved from pro-choice to pro-life. We're murdering children, mostly of color. Very true. My ex-boyfriend, we're still friends to this day. He actually, this is so funny because of the stereotype, but he's an atheist, and he actually is very pro-life, like seriously pro-life. Which he was like, if you're getting pregnant, we're keeping the baby. There's no way. But he was the one that woke me up to so much pro-life. Like I want to say, I guess, and ultimately it was my choice, but I honestly became pro-life because of him. And I just think it's funny when a lot of people associate Christians with being pro-life, which is mostly true, and atheists with not being pro-life. But he says he's atheist. He still believes in some kind of higher intelligence, but he considers himself an atheist, but he's pro-life. And he was the one that taught me about Norma McCorvey, the original Roe versus Wade. And, that she was pro-life and she was manipulated into being in that situation. He told me he put pictures of his wall. He was always getting in trouble on Facebook for posting pictures of like late term abortions. I remember he posted this one picture of and it was a diagram. It wasn't even like a physical picture, but it was just like a baby. And they were showing how they aborted the baby. And they were, I don't know if I'll just say it. They were basically ripping the baby from pieces. It was almost full term. And they were ripping, they took some tongs. I remember pulling the arms off and then pulling. It was just like, it was fucking awful. It was awful. But yeah, and he just woke me up to a lot of stuff. And I remember my science teacher too. I mean, he didn't really wake me up, but at the time I was like, it's my body. You don't tell me what to do with my body. But he was one of my favorite people on the planet. But he was pro-life. And I know one of the reasons he probably was pro-life at the time was he couldn't have children. He was like sterile or something. But I wonder how he's doing. He was definitely a huge influence on my life in so many ways. And I wonder what he think of the vaccine issue. I'm kind of scared to look him up and find out, but I would like to look him up and let him know that I'm pro-life now. So, all right. I think I'm about to. Okay, guys. I think I'm about to wrap it up. I hope I answered most of your questions. I will see if I can do this next Friday. It will probably be later, but if I have some time next Friday, I'll probably do a live video. But yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for the donations and thanks. I'm glad I got to chat with you. All right, guys. Peace to love. I'm signing out. All right. Mwah. I think so. All right. I'm ending the stream. Bye-bye.